What's up, everyone? It's Tony here with Nerds Never Sleep with another, and I say another because I just shot one before, another Goodsmile Pop Up Parade unboxing today. And this time I've actually got Blackrock Shooter to go with another Blackrock Shooter one that I did previously, which was Dead Master. And again, I was very impressed by this one. I was not expecting much, and I actually did in the video, if you check it out. Screwed up on her scythe placement, but figured it out. I was very impressed by her, so I wasn't expecting much. And again, as with these pop-up parades that I've been doing, I've become surprised with how good they are. So again, if you're watching these in the order I film them in, obviously I am in the same clothes because I'm filming these back to back today. If you're watching the previous video, first I did Lucy from Fairy Tale in her Taurus outfit, and I was super impressed by that one. So if you're watching this one first, well, spoiler alert, check that out video out as well. But today, as well, I'm going to be doing this Blackrock Shooter one, and I am super excited about this one for several reasons. And one is because at a New York Comic-Con, story time, at one of the New York Comic-Cons, when I was just getting into collecting anime collectibles, I saw a little booth, and I ended up buying a Blackrock Shooter Goodsmile version, quote unquote, which is actually what this actually looks like. A larger scale, obviously. But I bought it and came to understand how the bootleg community works with anime collectibles. And I learned it the hard way because I bought a Blackrock Shooter, two Blackrock Shooters, for what I thought was a really great price because the boxes were a little banged up. And when I got home, brought them home, I tried to put them all together, and they didn't really go together very well because they were bootlegs. And that's when I went down the rabbit hole of kind of discovering how to find out what's a bootleg, what to look for on the boxes, things like that. So, live and learn. But I'm very excited to have this because while she is a smaller scale, it's the same exact pose and everything else of the one that I got scammed on. So, story time's over. I know. I was boring you with that. But just so you know, again, if you are new to the anime collectibles and things like that, just know they are highly bootlegged. And if you see a deal that is too good to be true at a convention especially, don't do it or look into it and research it. Because a lot of the times at conventions, you do have these vendors that are just up there looking to make a quick buck, and they're selling bootleg knockoff stuff. So there's my little tip for you for today, little advice, because I've seen it happen to a lot of people, and yes, I've been a victim of it once so far. But I've been going to conventions for about 20 years now, if not more. So I've got a lot of experience, but I was new to the anime collecting scene, like the collectibles. I was just super into anime, had a couple things here and there. And like I said, lesson learned. But look into things. Look if something that you're looking at is highly bootlegged, and definitely do your research. Sorry, I had an eyelash. But yeah, so anyways, now that I'm done rambling, I'm going to bring you guys in as usual, show you guys what she looks like in the box here. Again, these are window boxes, so you're going to see a very good idea of what is going to be in here. And then, yeah, we're going to open her up, and it looks like she's going to have a little bit of assembly just with maybe her cannon, and that's going to be it. So hopefully she's an easy assembly, much like Dead Master was, but I was just stupid and put her together wrong. So we'll see if I screw up this one as well. So take a look at the box and then open her up. So as always, you got the window box here. It's actual view of what you're buying. It's going to be Pop Up Parade, Blackrock Shooter. And over here on the side, obviously, you're going to see kind of a little bit of the side view. She's got a little bit of a checkerboard design in the back of the thing here. But yeah, back of the box with all the info that I can't read unless you use Google Translate. Side of the box, as always. Again, you can kind of see her cannon right here. And, back to the front here, And again, you can always see in the top. So that's, like I said in all my videos, what I like about the packaging on these is that you see exactly what you're going to get. There's no guesswork. There's no, is it broken? There's no, opening a prize figure up and having this thing broken off or that broken off or, whatever. There's not much surprise here. So I do appreciate the fact that they leave these as a full window box. And a lot of companies are going away from that, like Hasbro. Excuse me. I have friends that collect Hasbro stuff, and they're really irritated because you can no longer see what's inside the box. But anyways, Deadmaster over here is saying it's time to get going on this. So we're going to open her up right now. All right, so as usual, I'm going to do my cuts. The 3 cuts here. Now, I did buy her from a online comic shop, so there was a price tag. I'm going to make some noise here, obviously. And they're actually, if you look here, there are instructions on where to plug everything. Now, I wonder if there was some in Deadmasters and I just didn't look, because I am an idiot. But we're going to cut her tape. And again, as I said in my previous videos, do not cut too far because you risk cutting the figure. And then we're going to pop her open, make a little bit of noise here. Okay, so it looks like she's in a couple of pieces. So what we're going to do, we're going to obviously, she has a black base, like a smoky black clear base, I guess, with 4 pegs. So obviously we're going to have 2 foot pegs, and this is probably going to be for her gun. So let's take a look here. I gotta look at the directions real quick beforehand. So that's going to plug in up top. Okay, so let's see if I can get this in one shot. Again, she is all one piece. She is covered up in her plastic to keep her, safe from paint rubs and stuff like that. She's all one piece, which again, as I said in my previous video, I really appreciate because you don't get a lot of the seams and everything else from attaching all the parts. And I actually really like this, how the color change, and obviously I'll show you guys up close, but I'm just taking a quick look at her. Because again, I do appreciate that she's all one solid piece rather than having to put her together. And I apologize for being a little sniffly right now. In between the scenes here, I went into a little sneezing fit. So, before I put her in, which she is obviously going to plug in right here. Boom. Very easy. And her cannon here. Again, packaged nicely. Her big old cannon here. It's got some heft to it, a little bit of heft to it. It's got 2 pegs right here where it's going to stabilize into the base, which I do appreciate that because this thing is actually heavier than this entire figure itself. So I appreciate that they actually put something here to stabilize it. So we can plug this in and it's actually going to kind of set into her hand. So, I see here. So, you can't see it because it's very tiny. But there is actually a plug here in the top of her hand. And there actually is a little nub right here on the corner of the cannon. So, if you take that, which I'm going to try to get it in there. It's very difficult to see because it's so tiny, but this should plug in right there. Okay, got it. And boom. Okay. So the easier way to do it, which is what I just did, is to plug her cannon into the bottom and then plug this into her hand up top. And I like that this is something that's going to be stabilized right now. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Very cool looking piece. Again, this one looks really awesome, and I think I'm going to end up really happy with this one after we take a closer look. So let me clear off this table, and we'll bring you in, and you can see her up close. Okay, so as always, I'm going to go free camera here and give you guys a little 360. And as you can already see, her coat has a really cool shine to it, whereas her hair has a kind of almost clear and matte look. And even the cannon has almost like not a sparkle to it, but the way they painted it actually makes it look, while it's flat and looks battle damaged, I guess. So it looks really cool. Definitely looks a lot better than my bootleg thing that I got years ago. And again, I appreciate how they did all this. So I'm going to go and zoom in for you guys here. Kind of give you guys a look at the boots here. Again, really good sculpt, really, really good job. Bring you guys up here, and again, there is the cannon right here. As you can see, it pegs right in, and you can see it looks battle damaged. Definitely looks like there's some nicks and stuff in it, which is pretty cool. So, and there she is kind of holding up there on her hand. See, that's where her peg would go in. So again, the hair is really well sculpted. And I love the jacket. The jacket is freaking awesome. So I'm going to bring back over to the front here. Again, to her boots. And now we're going to kind of go in and take a look. She's got her little booty shorts on. I'm going to try to focus up a little bit more here. Maybe lower the light so you guys can see. But she's got her scar. And if you look up close here, she's got her other kind of, sorry about that blur there. I'm trying to get you guys to zoom in. She's got her other scar right over here, her battle scars. And again, the face is really well done. She's even got her glowing eye, and I like that a lot. There we go. I had to get it to readjust, but again, the hair sculpt, very, very well done. There's a lot to this figure. And I know it's kind of just a smaller scale version of another larger Goodsmile figure. But honestly, instead of spending a couple $100, you grab yourself a pop-up parade. And then what you can do is you can put her with Deadmaster. And there you go. You got them both together. So I love how the paint alone makes them both kind of contrast with each other so well. And again, just like with how Deadmaster was here, even her scythe had like battle damage done to it. But even with her, like they did it with her hair too, where it was dark, but it had all those green highlights. It just kind of worked the right way. Blackrock Shooter is exactly the same, where it has just enough to it to kind of make you go, okay, I can see that. But I just love how hers is there's so much sheen and shine to her coat and everything. Whereas Deadmaster is just completely like matte, other than her wings, her horns, and her claws. So they contrast with each other and partner up with each other just really well. I like it a lot. I definitely like this pairing, and they look great together. So I will highly recommend picking up Deadmaster. As I said, spoiler for my unboxing. Definitely recommend Deadmaster. She was a surprise for me. But I'm going to bring you guys out and give you my final thoughts on the Blackrock Shooter. All right, so that was it for yet another Goodsmile Company pop-up parade, noisy box, unboxing. And I got to say, again, and I know I say this every video except for one, every one of these I open, I get more and more impressed with the quality of them. And again, as I said with Lucy's, I love that, unlike with prize figures, there's no seams and everything else from having to put all the body parts together. I appreciate that these are all one solid piece for the most part. And they look awesome. Blackrock and Deadmaster look so cool together. So I do love that they're making ones that can actually pair up with each other. It's not just Blackrock Shooter, one and done. Okay, you got one. Because obviously there is a larger scale version of one just like this, and you're going to pay a couple $100 for her. But you buy the smaller scale, and guess what? You have companion pieces that go with it. So I actually like this a lot. And I think they did a fantastic job with Blackrock Shooter in such a small scale. I love the coat and the way it just has the sheen and the shine to it. It looks really awesome. And it contrasts and everything with the the kind of hair and her cannon and everything, it just looks really good together. And of course, when you pair them up and you put them together, you've got her kind of shininess and her kind of, matte, and they kind of just go together really well and they look awesome together. So with their giant weapons. So I'm going to tell you, if you're a Blackrock Shooter fan, just like I said with Dead Master, spoiler, um, definitely pick this one up. She's awesome. And again, the duo looks great together. And I know they do have, I think, two other pop-up parades from another Blackrock Shooter series. So these two actually go together. They're from the same series. And the other two go together from another series. So I have not gotten those two yet. And I think I want to with the way these came out. So I highly recommend checking out this Blackrock Shooter pop-up parade, just as I highly recommended the Dead Master pop-up parade. Again, knocking them out of the park with these. I have to say, again, and I say it in every video, there's a lot of haters for pop-up parades. A lot of people who crap all over pop-up parades. I have unboxed, I think, 15 of these by now, maybe 10 or 12, but by next week it'll be 15, I think, or 16. And other than Yukino from My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu, I've been very impressed with all of them. Hers was, it was kind of just plain. It was very basic, very bland. But again, what do you expect? So I have been super impressed by these, and I highly recommend getting them. And again, they are a very good price point. I mean, I did get Blackrock Shooter on sale for $21. So this was a score to me. I got her for half price according to the site that I bought her from, which was a little over retail anyways. But these things generally go for about $33 to $38. And for what you get and the quality that you get here, I highly recommend them. They're becoming more of a go-to now than your typical prize figures for me because of the actual quality. Now the bases are a little bit big, but they're not obnoxiously big like you've seen in some. Obviously, if you follow the videos here on the channel, some of these prize figures have these just giant, obnoxious bases for a small figure. And it's like, shave some of that off. Like this, at least for the most part, they cover a lot of the real estate on these bases. And every pop-up parade has the same size base, so they can interlock together. So I do like that. But again, all in all, I do highly recommend checking out these Blackrock Shooter ones. They're awesome. They are really awesome. They look really, really good together. And yeah, the quality of them came out great. So again, more that I highly recommend for these pop-up parades. Again, if you're looking for something on a budget, something that's smaller scale, something that isn't going to be, gigantic to where you got to, have no room for it, definitely look into pop-up parades. And they have so many different fandoms for these figures that if you're into something, there's probably a pop-up parade. So check them out. And yeah, I'm going to end this video on a happy note because it's 2 thumbs up here. But yeah, follow me on all the usual socials, the usual spiel. I got a link tree down below. You can click all the links, photo galleries, all that good stuff goes up on the Instagram, the Facebook, a couple on Twitter. And I'll be posting shorts, obviously, on YouTube Shorts and on Instagram Reels and TikTok as well. So follow me on whatever you are on. And again, I appreciate you guys watching. Click the like button. Click the subscribe button. I just hit over 700. I know it's not a huge milestone, but it feels great to finally get that much closer to 1,000. And again, at 1,000 subs, I want to start doing some giveaways. I have a bunch of stuff. It's going to start out with small things, and we're going to gradually go to larger things. So I do have some $100+ figures that I'm going to be, doing for giveaways. But I also have some smaller things, Funko Pops, blind bag minifigs, stuff like that. Animal Crossing amiibo cards. A lot of stuff I'm going to be using for giveaways. So stay tuned as we inch closer to 1,000 subs. for info on these giveaways, because I'm going to do, again, a large one for each social media page, my major ones, which are going to be Instagram, YouTube, and maybe Facebook. May do it on TikTok, I'm not sure. But I have 3 of a $100+ statue that I'm going to be using as my big giveaways. So again, stay tuned as we inch closer to 1,000. So share the videos, like them, click the sub buttons. Help me get to 1,000. We can start having some more fun, doing some giveaways, have some more cool stuff happening. I'm gonna start doing some commentary videos, try to get some interviews with some creators that I do know, and yeah, we're gonna be really putting in the work these next 6 to 8 months. So stay tuned, and again, I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.